Hello! So, Telling Tales, April Fools in Love, a novella by Amanda Marie and Kimberly Brown. And we're going to be continuing with Chapter 11. If you haven't heard any of the others, look down in the description and you'll be able to see a nice playlist that was created so that you can get all caught up. Now, Tuesday, March 11th. A week had passed and Star hadn't been to school. She hadn't returned any of his texts, and every time he went by her house, no one was home. He desperately wanted to know how she was doing and give her the gift before he left for his family reunion. He carried the letter everywhere, but it seemed hopeless that he would find her before he left. He pulled into a spot at the hospital parking lot. "Another wonderful trip with my dad," he groaned. If he had to hear his dad tell the family how much bonding they did, he would hurl. Guess he's being held up. He checked his watch. We're going to miss the flight. He heaved a sigh as he got out and made his way to the third-floor ICU. You'd think they'd put intensive care on the first floor for easier access. He waited for the elevator to open. As the doors parted, a lone figure stood next to the nurse's station. His heart skipped a beat and he raced to her side. "Star!" Esther's shoulders stiffened as she turned slowly toward him. "I've been looking all over for you. I was so worried that..." He tilted his head. "Star?" She crossed her arms and pursed her lips. "I don't want to talk to you." "Is this about what Lucifer said?" She made it sound worse than it was. "We only sucked face, I believe is the term." She tapped her foot furiously, her face growing scarlet. "Wait, pause. That's not what happened. She attacked me and..." "She attacked you!" She screamed the words. A nurse shushed them. "Sorry." Zeke grabbed her arm and guided her to the waiting area. "Star, don't star me. My name is Esther." She poked him in the chest. "You tricked me. You made me think that you actually cared for me. But you're no better than Damien, no better than my parents, no better than all of them." She huffed and jabbed her finger behind her. She opened her mouth, but no words came. After always being there for her, she didn't believe in me now? He clenched his fists. "All any of you care about is what you can get from me. As long as it suits you, as long as Esther doesn't do anything that will cause problems. Who cares that she had to give up over a year of her life? Who cares that every time Rachel has an episode, it's Esther's job to take care of everything? No big deal. Esther can do it." She pounded her fists into his chest amidst sobs. Zeke wrapped his arms around her. "I didn't realize she was hurting this much. How could I have been so blind?" Her fists persisted in pounding at his chest. He let her. "You are my star. You are loved. I wish you could see yourself the way I do. I've seen you sacrifice so much to be there for your family. It's so easy to take those we love for granted." Tears blurred his vision. "I didn't truly appreciate my mom until she was gone." She stopped fighting and sobbed against his shirt. "I appreciate you, Star." He brushed her hair with his fingers. "You've made me laugh and made me cry. You've driven me crazy and kept me sane. You've gotten me into trouble and then saved me from it." He gently caressed her cheek with his thumb. "You are my angel. You gave up so much, and now you're trying to get what you lost back, but it blew up. You don't deserve it. Princesses should get the royal treatment they deserve." Esther lowered her head. "I'm not a princess. I'm not an angel. I'm selfish and stupid. I don't deserve to be happy, to be loved." He lifted her chin. "Don't be a doofus. That's my job." He gave a crooked grin. "You've lived on a battlefield for too long. You're a survivor, Star. And you've been surviving so long you forgot how to let others fight for you. You're not alone. God knows life hasn't been fair." "God," she scoffed. "He is the reason all of this is happening. He didn't stop Rachel from... He didn't save your mom. He didn't even care." She hugged herself. "It can feel that way, but I know that he does care. He gave me you. Even in the darkest part of my life, you are my bright and shining star. He smiled. Zeke, she shook her head. I wish I could believe that. He placed her hand on his chest. Do you feel this? Do you believe this? She quirked an eyebrow. Your heart? He chuckled. You feel it. It's real. I know you felt loved, but it's just been too long. He placed her hand to his face. Just because you don't feel it now doesn't mean it's not there, beating. Her cold fingers rubbed against the stubble on his cheek. He had forgotten to shave. I think I missed a spot. She laughed. More like your whole face. Her fingertips drew circles on his cheek. He shuddered and released her hand. Star, God loves you. He called me to do the same. He stared into her emerald eyes. What fool wouldn't love her? She sucked in a breath and held it. He held both of her elbows and leaned only a breadth from her. Zeke, where have you been? Let's get going. We're going to miss our flight. His father's voice boomed from the far end of the hall. Perfect timing as always, Dad, Zeke grimaced. Star. Zeke, now! The elevator dinged. He took the envelope from his pocket and placed it in her hands. Read it. And please be open to what it says. He wiped a tear from her cheek. You're not alone. He kissed where it had fallen, then raced to the elevator. Please, God, let her see how much she's loved. And that was chapter 11. And I hope you enjoyed it. And coming soon, chapter 12 and 13. We're nearing the end. So comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all the good things, and let me know what you think. Till next time. Bye.